Oh, hey, Head Coach Steve Hopkins. I want to talk to you today about how to motivate top performers you can't promote. And what am I doing here right after just doing a few stretches and a few of my exercises? Well, the analogy here with some lighter weights and a roller here is that I needed to really contemplate how to change my workout, change the tools I was using to accomplish a new description of wellness and health for myself compared to when I was younger and more of a competitive athlete. The things I did back then served a purpose for the description of what I was trying to accomplish. And those don't work for me now. A little too intense for me at the age I'm at. And really the definition of health and wellness for me has changed altogether anyway. And so it just took some discovery and maybe broadening the menu of my workouts, the activities I did, the equipment I use to accomplish the same thing, health and wellness, just a different definition. So we want to talk and use that to springboard off of what do we do when we have top performers that we can't promote. The promotion being the go-to mechanism that we've all had and used in the past to reward the people that are doing great for us and deserve these opportunities to climb the ladder, so to speak. Well, I don't know about you, but I've had times when that next slot wasn't open for them. We had somebody that was there, maybe even a position was um, being dissolved or eliminated, and we still had that great performer. And they're starting to wonder, well, hey, what's going to happen to me? What's going to motivate me to continue to grow, develop, and be impactful in your team, in your organization? Well, I want to talk about that for just a quick minute, give you some ideas, some other ways to make that toolbox a little bit more robust so that the people that are top performers for you will stay, contribute, and grow, even if the go-to mechanism, a promotion, a job title change, is not available. Hey, the first thing I want to just remind you is that this is a great time when somebody's just got to hang in there and sit for a little bit, a great time to invest in assessment, invest in awareness of what you discover from assessments, and prioritize other ways to grow and develop. You know, waiting to cash that in is really important for sure, because it can make that time even more valuable once the bell does ring for us, so to speak. Once the call does come in, that we can jump forward. So it looks like this. Maybe there's opportunity to take some assessments and do a 360. It could be human intelligence, could be EQometer, could be anything, right? And then we're going to use that information collectively. You can pick and choose what you want to kind of ponder, hey, what came out of that? What I learned about myself? What did we learn about each other together? As a supervisor, you can help guide this process. And then say, hey, why don't we pick one or two things right now that we know you feel would be important to getting ready for your next step, or things that you know would even impact you today as far as your performance. And let's use this time to crank that out a little bit. So I wanted to mention that. Don't forget about that opportunity. The second thing is this voyage, this discovery time period, I think, is defining or even redefining what the definition of promotion means for that person. Okay, not your definition of promotion, but their definition of promotion. And sure enough, they may say, hey, I'm looking for your job, or I want to take a step up in job title. All right, fair enough. But what else? What really is packed into that that makes you feel important and that this is something worth going for? Well, we could introduce some things, but you want to be a good listener when you start asking questions about this. Why do you want that? What's important to you? What are you longing for? What do you feel have been lacking in the last year or two for you? And you may uncover things like this. It could be something as simple as workplace or industry status. Nothing wrong, no shame in saying that and saying, hey, listen, I've been in the shadows a little bit. I'd like people to know, who I am a little bit more. And certainly in the industry, it could be something as far as, endorsing them for a board seat in an association or a task force within an industry group or something like that. And just help them be active in some other ways, get their name out there a little bit, exercise some skill development as far as what it takes to be a part of some of those teams can be very helpful and good use of time as well. Another thing could, along with that, could just be this concept of public reward. Again, somebody's sitting back in the shadows that's kind of done their hard bit, grown, developed, and supported the team. Hey, they could really be looking for something a little more visible as far as a reward and affirmation, acclamation that they really, really have been a big contributor, and it's their particular skill that's made a difference in this past project. And that can be very advantageous, and you want to come up with creative ways to throw that in there as well. Then we can just get into the things about, hey, I want more of something, right? Maybe some increase in broader breadth of responsibilities. Could be direct reports, could be influence. Certainly monetarily, there could be opportunities there. And whether it's a one-time bonus or a merit raise before there's a promotional change, a title change. These are easy things maybe to set up depending on your culture, where it could be, hey, if we go after these three things in the next 3 to 4 months, then I would really look forward to putting you in for a merit raise. And that could be something that would equate to growth and development promotion the way they're thinking of. But certainly responsibilities, expanding, hey, I'd like to have you partner up or be a peer mentor and add a couple people to your influence level. It could be a task force that you're going to lead, could be leading a one-off program that has to do with community involvement. Any of those sorts of things can be things that equate to promotion for a time period for your employee, your team member as well. So again, you don't have a recipe for this. You have to discover it. You got to Q&A with them a little bit and find out what's really kind of inside churning a little bit they wish they had more of. And don't be shy about that, and acknowledge what you hear and say things like, hey, status is important. I get it. And I appreciate you waiting this long to kind of push that button or raise your hand. And I can promise you this, if you go kind of in the fog and guess at this and guess wrong, it's just like the languages of appreciation, so to speak. If you guess wrong, you can sometimes do more damage than just leaving it alone altogether. So do the investigative work, find out what might be important if they were to get a promotion, why they're describing promotion as the main answer for them right now, and see if you can recreate that in other ways before landing on promotion as the only opportunity. So hopefully these ideas have helped a little bit. Again, motivating our top performers is so important when we cannot promote them. So our top performers, we want to stay even when we can't pull the trigger on a promotion, job change right away. And there's lots of creative ways to do that. It's up to you to find out what they need and what they're missing and see if you can create that in another way. I look forward to talking to you. Hopefully this has been helpful. If you need any help with any ideas of this, reach out to us for sure. I'll look forward to seeing you on the other side of the river.